morning, our Wolf Summit on-site audience in Poland and online worldwide audience. And it's good afternoon to our China Hangzhou International Talent Entrepreneurship Innovation Park on-site panelists and friends. My name is Julian Gu. I'm the president of China U.S. Technology Innovation Center and the Global Hub Hangzhou Innovation Center. Welcome to Technology, Innovation and Investment, China Resource and Connection session. My partner, Elizabeth Ferguson, Europe Manager, and I will co-host that session. I would like to introduce speakers first. All our speakers are from Hangzhou, the innovation city of China. They will address information related to international innovation in the areas of legal, investment, and government. They are Ms. Hailing Wen, Operation Manager, Hangzhou International Talents Entrepreneurship Innovation Park. Ms. Wang Ningzhou, Attorney at Law, partner of Guangtao Law Firm. Mr. Alan Wang, Managing Director, Oversea Chinese Investment Management. Let me do a brief introduction to our organization. CUTIC and the Global Hub was headquartered in Atlanta, USA, and the China branch in Hangzhou gathers and exchanges cooperative information of talent and technology projects, as well as organizing business venture competition and matchmaking cooperation forums among companies from China and the USA. And now, through Wolf Summit, our business and investment partnership expanded to Europe. Our concentration are on integration of talent resource, technology projects, innovation investment, and listing resource, overseeing the investment strategy of Belt and Road Initiative. Now let's welcome to our first speaker, Ms. Hanling Wen. Ms. Hanling Wen, a graduate from Lund University in Sweden with a master's degree in entrepreneurship, new venture creation. Thank you. Let's welcome Ms. Wen.
Hello everyone, I'm Sophie. I'm delighted to be invited by the Cultural District Government of Hangzhou to be a messenger for the Canal talents. China and France enjoy a long history of friendship and extensive cooperation in economic, trade, science and technology, culture and education. This year, in order to let more Chinese people know about French art of living and traditional crafts, we established a France cross-border trade platform in Hangzhou district of Hangzhou to introduce more authentic French crafts. Going forward, I will actively provide channels and opportunities for exchanges between Chinese and French companies so we can reap more success in our cooperation. Ce projet, je l'ai visualisé comme un pont de 15 000 km qui relie les deux continents d'une seule ligne droite. So thank you very much and see you soon in China.
Oh, okay. Let me close the stop sharing. Okay. All right.
Hopefully next we can move on to presentation.
Move on presentation. Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon, and all the new friends online, good morning. I'm Hangzhou from Hangzhou International Talents and Entrepreneurship and Innovation Park. Thank you for listening to me to introduce you our high-tech park. First of all, I would like to introduce you where is our park about Hangzhou Gongshu District. Gongshu District is located in the core area of Hangzhou City with an area of 119 square kilometers. It consists of 18 sub-districts and the total population has reached to 846, over 846. And in this year, the old Xiachen district and old Gongshu district merged into this new Gongshu district, and we can see Gongshu district are now like a real big place, consists of different things, and for everyone to join. Besides the area, Gongshu district is environmentally attractive for everyone. We have Grand Canal, and the canals are running through the whole district with historical things and historical heritage. And Gongshu is also has well-developed living facilities, including different malls, hotels, and people can easily find a place to live and have fun here. Besides, if anyone want to live here, also need to educate their kids. Gongshu District has high quality educational resources, including Shanghai Foreign Language School and Fushan Foreign Language School. These schools are all open for all the foreign entrepreneurs and friends. And Gongshu District has rapid economic growth. We have 19 listed enterprises. Now let's move to our Hangzhou International Talents Entrepreneurship and Innovation Park, where we are staying now. This is the first incubator and accelerator, especially designed for foreign entrepreneurs and enterprises. This is also the first international entrepreneurship and innovation park in China. It was established in July 2017. It's the first international talents park with the area of 48,000 square meters. As we can see from the pictures, our park has well-developed facilities, including exhibition center, service center, and conference center. We also have Teams Cafe downstairs, you can see. For all the entrepreneurs and enterprises, how to develop better in our park is, I think, everyone concerns. So we are offering different services to our entrepreneurs and enterprises and our friends settled in our park. We have including all kind of services including incubating and accelerating functions. For example, when you move to China, you need to get all kind of license to start working here. We will offer you green channel, like faster pass, for you to get all kind of licenses in our park for one stop for everything. It's all of the innovative services that we offer from our park, and it's also the first place where we can offer these kind of services in China. And we also create a good atmosphere for business, including Hangzhou International Talents Club, roadshow, researches, and leaders seminars. We are holding different seminars, activities, events for our entrepreneurs every year for them to grow, to know more about China, to communicate with their foreign friends, and to live better in our place. As we can see here, over 20 high-end talents projects in CUTIC are already settled in, including GS, virtual lecture, live print, so on. This is one of the most important and interesting part about our park. We are offering special policy for non-Chinese foreign entrepreneurs. We have these services and supports for everyone, including Chinese entrepreneurs, entrepreneurs from overseas, and we also have one special policy for non-Chinese entrepreneurs. Why we have this policy is because for like foreigners, pure foreigners, they have difficulty for like a language barrier or like a cultural barrier for them to move from overseas to China. So we offer all kind of like supports to help them to settle in China as fast as possible and as easy as possible. First of all, we are offering initial funds up to 15 million RMB for them, and when they move to China, they can get our starting funds to help them to start their business much easier, in a much easier way. And we also offer office rent up to 1,500 square meters for 3 years, and also including some decoration subsidy. Every year we offer a service voucher for 3 years. In this voucher, you can get some like help from law firm, and if you need any other help except what we can offer, we can help you to contact all the resources in the society. And we also have financial subsidies. If you borrow money from the bank or something related to financial payments, we also have different kinds of subsidies to help you to lower down your costs. When you work in our park, we also concern about where you can live and stay besides next to near to our park. We have free apartments located in Guashan community, which we call it global home. So it's 10 minutes apart from our place, and we have shuttle bus every morning and afternoon to take you from your community to the park and send you back home from our park. So it's very convenient. And we also care about your children. If you bring your family together with you, we have international schools, and the tuition fee will be free. This is also one of the special policies that we offer you transportation support. That means you can get a free car license in Hangzhou and commercial license insurance up to 3,000 RMB per person for 3 years for the owner of the startup. These two movements and policy are mainly for creating a better entrepreneurship and innovation atmosphere for everyone staying in online. Next, I will show you some pictures about the events and the activities that I mentioned before. We have held in like, the past few years. These are some pictures about competitions and these are some pictures about the companies inside the park. And we also get all news for several times. Thank you for listening to me, and these are the contact number and WeChat picture. That if you have any questions or if you're interested in our part, you can just scan our search and ask about us. Thank you.
Okay, 谢谢. Thank you, Ms. Wong, for your overall introduction of Hangzhou International Port. And now let's welcome to our second speaker, Ms. Wang Mingzhou. Ms. Zhou graduated from Chinese University of Hong Kong with a master's degree in international economic law. She will address issues related to legal and IPs. Welcome, Ms. Zhou. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm Wang Zhou from Guangdong Law Firm. Today I would like to share some points about the solution of foreign patent in China. Maybe a lot of companies, when they take their technology to China, the first concern they're thinking about is how to protect their patent and core technology. The first part is regionalization of patent. As you know, patent is regional, which means a patent is only protected in the registered territory. For example, a patent registered in US cannot be protected in China. So how to make patents be protected in China? The first way, of course, directly apply for the registration in China. And another choice, we also can choose to apply for an international treaty application. When we first apply for the patent in another country, for example, in US or in Germany. We take an example is PCT, which means Patent Cooperation Treaty. PCT is only suitable for invention patent and utility patents, not to design patents. Now more than 140 countries have signed this treaty. PCT can help the patent build its novelty, originality, and priority. However, it's still highly recommended if you want to have a Chinese market. After registration of PCT, you still need to apply for Chinese patent registration. But this PCT registration can help you build priority in China. Part 2, key points of patent application in China. Here are the documents and requirements for patent application. And there are some details about this. And I want to say is that please consider clearly what kind of key and core things of your technology that your competitors may copy from your product, and write them down clearly and unambiguously in your patent request. I would like to share a case. The simple Epson vs Guangzhou Maple Technology. Epson is a very famous company for ink cartridge. And I can summarize this case. The Epson patent is ink cartridge on a carriage. But the defendant Maple's product is only a cartridge. And the court finally held for the defendant because the court thought if they hold for the absent, then the protection scope of patent would be unreasonably expanded. So in this case, we can learn that if the core, the central technology of our product is a cartridge. Absent show at the beginning, write it down clearly and separately in the patent request, because the ink cartridge on carriage is not the same as the ink cartridge. That's why it led to the absence failure. The third part is the registration action. If a computer, maybe a Chinese computer, finds that overseas patent is has commercial value maybe in US, and maybe this Chinese competitor wants to copy this technology to China, and the competitor may apply for registration first in China. So how to cooperate this situation? Here is another case, PNG vs Xinmai technology. The whole case is about the applying for patent invalidation. PNG is the earliest developer of laundry beads. Xinmai technology found the commercial value of laundry beads and applied for invention patent of this technology much more earlier than PNG company in China. But PNG has already registered this technology in other foreign countries, even the international treaty registration. And in 2019, this defendant, Xinmai Technology, even tried to sue PNG company for infringement. And PNG tried the patent invalidation procedure and submitted all evidence that PNG has already gotten the patent registered in numerous of foreign countries. Finally, PNG successfully invalidates this legal patent. So we can learn from this case. When we come across this situation, we can try to invalidate the legal patent so we can get our market back. Part 4, the patent infringement litigation. If you have already found that a computer copying your product or technology, you may sue it for stopping infringement and for compensation. Here is the flow chart about how to prepare for patent infringement litigation. First, search for infringement targets. But at the beginning, not all infringement was to be sued. We need to find a typical one to protect our market. We can use this type of one as an example to fight other infringers. So we need to analyze and choose the one. The second is evidence preservation. Usually we purchase the infringement product from infringer under notarization so that the infringement acts and facts can be fixed. The third is to prepare legal documents, including complaints, evidence list, and even the compensation calculation list. However, obtaining a judgment may not be the final purpose of the whole litigation. Here is a case which is very famous, Qualcomm vs Apple in China. We all know Qualcomm is the patentee of the invention patent card
the transfer of activities in computing devices. And Qualcomm submit to the court the judicial expertise opinion issued by the appraisal office, proving that the technology features of the technical solutions adopted by the iPhone 6 series are the same as those required by Qualcomm's patent claims. And during the 2 years litigation worldwide, this part is just in China. And finally, on April 16, 2019, Qualcomm and Apple announced a settlement and agreed to withdraw all patent litigation. Finally, they become partners. And Qualcomm even gave a license agreement to Apple. So because of time limitation, we don't have much time to talk about the OEM agreement or the license agreement and so on. Maybe the cooperation is our final purpose. Last but not least is a brief introduction of Guanta Law Firm. Guanta Law Firm is one of the pioneer law firms in China, and we now have a team of more than 150 partners and 550 lawyers in total. We have more than 20 offices in major cities of China, and we have 4 offices, overseas offices, including Hong Kong office, Sydney office, New York office, and the Toronto office. Here is the intellectual property legal service that we are offering. And here is a list, and in the end, including the OEM, confidentiality, and non-competition agreements that I mentioned before. Okay, thank you for listening. Hello. Hello, Julie. We can continue to the third speaker.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. Now I was on mute. Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Wang, for your overall introduction about legal and IP issue with China. So now let's welcome to our third speaker, Mr. Alan Wang. Mr. Wang earned his MBA degree from Singapore Management University. So Alan, it's your turn. Thank you.
Thank you. Dear entrepreneurs and friends, I'm Alan Wang from Oversea Chinese Holdings. I'm glad to participate in this forum to share with you the recent investment and fundraising situation of China's high-tech industry. I'll briefly share the policy on the high-tech industry, the VCPE industry, and the development of high-tech industry itself. Firstly, in terms of policy, the government attaches great importance to high-tech industry and encourage financial capital to invest in high-tech industries. In 2020, the Shanghai Stock Exchange launched the Science and Technology Innovation Board. In 2021, the State Council promulgated the 14th Five-Year Plan and the outline of long-term goals for 2035. The Beijing Stock Exchange was established 2 months ago, positioning to serve innovative SMEs. Secondly, the VCPE industry currently has the following development characteristics. The total scale of the industry is developing steadily. As of the first half of 2021, there are over 15,000 registered fund managers in VCPE industry. There are about 30,000 proactive funds with a scale of 10.13 trillion RMB, about 12,000 VC funds with a scale of 1.89 trillion RMB. In the VCPE investment market, there is a trend of constant strength among the top players. Investment statistics shows that in the first half of 2021, 10% of the head institutions provided 55% of financial support for 52% of enterprises. This means that more than half of the projects and funds in the market are in the hands of these 10% of head institutions. In terms of fundraising, in the first half of 2021, the VCPE market raised approximately 450 billion RMB, an increase of 7% year-on-year. Among them, RMB funds raised nearly 380 billion RMB, and the foreign currency funds raised more than 70 billion RMB in equivalent. In terms of investment, the number of investment cases and the total investment amount reached 4,230 and 470 billion RMB, respectively, an increase of 26% and 50.3% year-on-year. In terms of exits, a total of 1,880 exits were made in the first half of 2021, a year-on-year increase of 23.6%. Lastly, from the perspective of investment field, VCPE industry investment is concentrated fields of IT, medical care, manufacturing, internet, consumption, and AI, which account for about 75%. In the subdivision field, capital is quite keen on investment in chips, medicine, e-commerce, and the scale of investment far exists other subdivision packs in the same field. Another big change is the emergence of green funds. Since the emission peak and the carbon neutrality goals were proposed, green investment and the low carbon transformation have become hot in the private equity market. According to Zero to IPO Research Center, so far there are more than 1,000 green industry funds in the direction of green environmental protection, clean technology, and new energy. In general, the investment and the fundraising activities of the VCPE industry in the high-tech field benefited from the industry-specific policies and the active participation of various capitals. That's all. Thank you.
Thank you, Alan, for the wonderful addressing about the investment environment and in China and the connection to the world. Now, Elizabeth, let's hand it back to you. You will host the Q&A section, and we will continue to move on.
Thank you. As Julian said, I'm here in Germany, available for assistance for all of the companies in the EU to discuss any support we can provide you. Thank you so much for a wonderful presentation today for all of our panelists. Can I know, Alan, I'm sure a question that our audience is very curious to know, with so much growth in your area, how easy is it for foreign companies to get an audience with the VC companies? And what should they do to be competitive to get the funding from all of the wonderful sources available?
Okay, thank you, Elizabeth. In terms of getting funds, I think I will focus on two parts. One is in terms of industry. Just now I mentioned it in the speech. Secondary is about the entrepreneurship. We value entrepreneurship very much. I think constantly with peer VCP fund managers.
Thank you. I think the IP presentation was wonderful to see such one great outline of examples how companies can come in who might be concerned about their product and technology. Julian, did you have a question to follow up with our IP lawyer firm?
Yeah, IP, I think Ms. Zhou addressed all the things in very detail. And I think the things that we'll probably need, we have information about, I think lots of we are unable to answer the on-site in Poland those questions. Then I would say, if they have any question, they could contact us through contact@cutic.org, or they can connect to Wolf Summit Organization Committee and send their feedback to us, and we'll relay those questions and send back to whoever answer question at the on-site at Poland or from other, the channels listening to this conference.
Do we have any international companies who are currently at GlobeHub who might be able to discuss their transition into the market just in 30 seconds? Any lessons that these EU companies can learn as a foreigner coming into China and the support you've received?
All right, that's a great suggestion. Katie, do we have can we have someone have testimony about local companies? Say a few minutes.
Okay. So thinking maybe, hi Eric, could you please say something? Come here, please. Okay.
Yeah, Alex is a company from Singapore. He established his business in the Tech Park. He will give his first-hand about experience. Thank you, Eric.
Thanks. Okay, my name is Eric. I actually from Singapore. My company is basically a US company. We are actually dealing in AR. And I believe we are one of the first or second company that actually started in this Hangzhou area, recruited by the government here. And the main thing is that the government here is actually very supportive. I'm not saying everything good about them, but they are very supportive when we came here. And what it has delivered is that we actually get grading, which is actually as much as 5 million RMB to start our company. And besides that, I get 500 square meters to start our office, plus a reservation of 500,000. So this is actually something for a startup to come into China. I mean, first thing is that 5 million is not a lot. If you want to start a real business, I think it's a start for a company to come into China without doing anything. They come here, they get a very good project, they get a very good product. They talk to the government, they present to the government support them. And the second thing that I found here after 1 or 2 years is that now we have companies like GrowUp and then a few more companies here that actually support the incubation part as well. They do investment, they find investor for us. Just the money from the government is just for the start.